Hello friends and welcome back to Not My Craft Castle. If you've seen any of my videos, you do know that the scenery that we have going on here today is definitely not normal. And that's because I'm in my husband's man cave. The reason why we are not in the craft castle is I didn't actually have to be up there today. The reason why I've brought you here today is I feel like I'm about ready to help a lot of laser crafters out, especially if you get this laser right here, because I just got the new Commarker Omni 1 UV laser engraver and I have only Mac computers. The reason why this is so important is first and foremost, if you get this laser right here, the software that they give you is only compatible with a Windows computer. So if you're like me and you have Macs, the next software that you're going to need to purchase or download is the LightBurn software. I have owned a lot of lasers and a lot of people rave about the software LightBurn. However, I've tried to avoid downloading it because I'm frankly not interested in learning another software until now, because I can't use any other software that I normally use. I have to use LightBurn with my Mac in order to use this laser engraver, which is fine. I guess I'll learn it. The benefit of using LightBurn is I'll be able to now use this laser and also my X-Tool laser all in one software. So there is benefits to this, but I've just tried to avoid it because I really didn't want to have to learn a software. Now, the reason why I'm here today is because when I unbox this, the manual, this is the manual that Commarker gives you, the directions on how to download LightBurn and how to install it all is onto your Mac computer is not good. So if you own a Commarker Omni 1 UV laser, I'm going to walk you through the steps, step by step, in order to get the LightBurn software working with your Commarker. I can tell you right now that the steps I'm about ready to give you is going to be a lot better than what is in here. So don't pay attention to this, pay attention to the video I'm about ready to show you. Are you ready to get started? Let's go. The very first thing you need to do is head over to LightBurn's website and download their software. Now, the great thing about LightBurn is they give you a 30-day free trial. And when I say free, that means you don't even have to put in your credit card in order to get the free trial. All you have to do is just download it. Then what you want to do is just import the application just like you would any other Mac software. So just take that little icon and drag it over to the right to your applications. Then what you want to do is take out that USB jump drive that came with your Omni 1 Commarker, and you want to insert that into your computer. Then what you want to do is find the folder of the jump drive that you just inserted into your computer. You're going to select the Omni 1 folder, right click and press copy item. And then you're going to go to your desktop and you are going to paste the item into your desktop. Then what you can do is just eject the USB jump drive because you don't need that anymore. Okay, now what you want to do is go into your applications, find LightBurn, and open it up. Then what you're going to do is just press open. You're not going to see that box again after you do it the first time. Now, when you open up LightBurn for the very first time, you can either press the button, start your free trial, or if you've already went ahead and purchased the license key for it, you can put that in here. I did not, just doing the free trial, so I'm going to press OK. Who reads this stuff? I just press OK again. Now you're going to get to this screen. This is where we need to connect our brand new machine. Now what you want to do is click on the button Create Manually, and then you're going to scroll probably down to the close to the bottom where it says JCZ Fiber. Then you want to press that next button. Now this is where the manual does a very terrible job at telling you how in the world to get to the next step. This is why I've decided to do this video in particular to help you out. Click on that button that says Import EasyCAD Software. Then what I want you to do is remember that file that we copied and pasted from the thumb drive. You need to find that file and open it up. Then what you're going to do is you're going to click on that Software 15 folder. Double click and open that. Then you're going to see a folder that says Plug. Double click and open that one up. Then what you're looking for is the icon that is named MARKCFG7. For me, it was the very first one. Double click that and open that one up. Now, if you're looking at my screen and also the manual that Commarker sent you, this screen right here is going to look very familiar to you. Just press Next. Now, at this point, everything else that is a part of the manual is going to be exactly what the manual says, but I'm going to show it to you anyways, just because we're already here. But next thing you want to do is rename your laser. I just renamed it Omni 1. Then what you want to do is put in the dimensions of the work area. It's going to be 165 millimeters by 165 millimeters. That's how big our Commarker Omni 1 laser is. Then what you're going to do is press next. You're going to get a screen that looks very similar to what is already in the manual. Just press finish. Now, when you're done doing that, you're going to see at the very top right there, I have a new device in my brand new LightBurn software. Click on that and then press OK. When you're done doing that, you're going to get into the design part of the LightBurn software. I did forget to mention, we are supposed to have our machine turned on and plugged into the computer. Sorry if that confused anyone. But when you do have your device plugged in and turned on, over on the right hand corner where it says laser, right underneath that, it says ready. That means that my laser is ready to start cutting and or engraving. Now let's not get ahead of ourselves because we have a couple more things we have to do to make sure that this laser is going to be functioning at the ability that our laser needs to. The first thing you need to do is go up to the basic settings. Then you're going to load the COR file. Remember that file that we copied and pasted onto our desktop. You want to find that file again. And then you're going to do software 15. Then the file that you're looking for should be at the very top. That's where it was for me. And it's the jcz15.core. Double click that and press open. Now you want to make sure that that Galvo 2 is X-axis is turned on. It was for me when I had already set it up, so I didn't have to do anything there. Now this is going to be different from the actual manual. What you need to do now is go into the ports and laser settings. Now, just like with that Galvo 2 is X-axis, I didn't have to change anything there. I also don't have to change anything on this side. You just want to double check to make sure that this two things on this screen is what it's supposed to be. First is the laser type as UV. And then your min and max frequency is set to 40 and 1 and turned on. Then all you want to do is just press OK. And essentially the setup portion of the setting up your laser to the LightBurn software is set up. However, there's a couple more things that I do want to show you before I let you run. First is how in the world are we going to do our very first test cut to make sure that what we did actually do what it's supposed to do. Ignore that circle on my string because that's not what we're going to do. What you're going to need to do is go up into File. You're not going to see it on my screen, but it is cut off and it's at the very top. Go to File and then press Import. Now what you're going to do is find that copied and pasted folder that we had inserted into our desktop from earlier. Select that folder that says Parameter and then LightBurn. Then what I want you to do is select the Omni Text Test. Then press Open. Now what I want you to do is just put a random piece of wood that you have laying around. Nothing special, just a random piece of wood. Put that into your base of your Commarker. And then what you want to do is line up those two red dots on your laser using the two buttons that are at the front of the machine. You want to make sure that they're overlapping. Back at the software, what I want you to do is press that little frame button. Now on the screen, you're going to get a whole new window, but let's head back over to the machine. So the UV framing that the Commarker machine has is like really hard to see with the naked eye. So Commarker gives you this like fluorescent handheld thing. You want to put that in an area where you're going to be able to look through and see the framing. If the framing of what we're trying to engrave is going to fit onto your wood, then we're good to go. If not, either one, you have to resize the engraving, or two, move your piece of wood into the spot of where your engraving is going to fully engrave on that wood. Hopefully that just made sense. And because this laser is an open air laser, there's no like casings or anything like that. Commarker gives you some glasses. Safety first, put them glasses on before we do anything else. Back over at the software, all you have to do now is press that little start button on your screen. I did not speed this up at all. This thing right here took a total of 22 seconds to get done the entire engraving. Would like to note that you probably need to open a window because they do get smoke. And then also there is zero burning or flashback or charring. Wild. Now, if you've personally gotten to this step as well, this is what your piece of wood should look like. And I can tell you right now, I'm impressed. And I'm also impressed with you that we've just gotten our very first engraving with the brand new machine, with the brand new software. Can't believe we got this far. I want you to know that while this has been 10 minutes of a video, it took me 2.5 hours to get to this spot. So hopefully I've helped you out a lot. Okay, there's a couple things that I want you to do before I let you run. First and foremost is you know how in most lasers you get like settings, material settings? Well, you don't have them put into the LightBurn software yet. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, at the very bottom where it says laser, you're going to see another name. It says materials library. Click on that. And then you want to press load. Now press done again. Then what you want to do is find that lovely folder that we keep going to that we copied and pasted onto our desktop. Then what you want to do is press parameters and then LightBurn. And then you're going to see this materials library. Click on that. And then you're going to have all of these preloaded settings. Isn't that so cool? I thought that this was so nifty. So let's say, for instance, I'm trying to engrave on some aluminum. All you need to do is click on aluminum and press assign. And then these settings change for you. Stinking amazing. Now, clearly, I'm not an expert at LightBurn because this is the very first time that I'm actually using this software. However, there is one super helpful thing that I found on my own that I want to share with you, because if you're an experienced laser artist that has used other programs, you do know and can notice that in the LightBurn program, as I was using it, that my engravings looked like bubbles, just like I was cutting, which if you do know that generally your engravings are filled in, not hollow, like cut. So I figured out how to change that. Just like earlier, it's going to be cut off for me on this video, but at the very top, you're going to see like file, stuff like that. Click on window. Then what you want to do is click on filled smooth. That means whenever we go into fill, your fill, which is engrave, is going to be filled in just like you would normally see it in another software. And then when you cut something, which is line, then that's going to be hollow, just like you would normally see it in a software. Now, clearly, I am no expert at the actual software of LightBurn because I've only downloaded it once, and played with it one time. But I just want you to know that once you've seen one software, I feel like you've seen them all because they all pretty much do the same exact thing. I would like to note here that with only doing this one time, I was able to get some really cool stuff with this new machine. I'm actually really impressed with how well this thing engraves. This ceramic plate, while it's not straight by any means, the quality of that engrave seriously makes me drool. I am so excited to play around with this new machine. But I am hoping that I was able to help you set up your brand new machine with LightBurn for the very first time really easy, because like I said earlier, having that manual was not helpful at all. So hopefully I was more helpful than the manual. All right, friends, thanks for sticking with me. I greatly appreciate that you used me in order to set up your brand new Omni 1 machine by Commarker, and you want to check back with me in the future because I have a feeling that I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff with this laser, because if I can get a plate that looks like this, guaranteed, I'm going to be engraving all the things all the time. Bye, friends.